So I'm Anne and I am a certified OBM. So I'd like to first of all, welcome you to my YouTube channel. And if you like the look of this, or even if you think you want to know more, please hit subscribe and hit the notification key so you find out when my new episodes are live. So today, being the first episode that I've done on this channel, I just wanted to introduce myself, tell you a little bit about me. So, like I said, I'm Anne and I'm an online business manager, certified online business manager. And I've had my own business now, I'm in my 10th year. So I started as a VA, as a virtual assistant, and that role and my business has evolved to being an online business manager, which you'll be finding more about the more you listen or the more you look at my website. So I became self-employed because on my first maternity leave, I was made redundant. And so I went, well, what do I do? Do I go back to work? Do I have full-time childcare? What do I do? And really for me, the only option was to go self-employed. And that's where my journey started as a franchisee. And once, actually on my second maternity leave, then leaving that and becoming just self-employed on my own. So what do you need to know about me? Well, I think it's key about me. So the way I work with my clients is very close knit. So you need to understand my values. And that's respect, integrity, honesty, clarity, and reliability. So those are the key values that I hold that actually, if we're going to work successfully together, we need to have those, in common. We need to appreciate those. And the other thing I didn't mention is kindness. And I guess this is a big one. And it spans personal life and it spans business. And it is doing like random acts of kindness, little kind things, being kind to people. But actually it weaves its whole way through my business. So a lot of what I do is about keeping you accountable, keeping you on track, which means that I'm going to be saying, have you done this? Have you done that? But instead of just kind of keeping on going at it, have you done it? And it's a constant nag. Get one, it's accountability with kindness, because it's, okay, have you done this? And we'll get to a certain point where it's like, okay, well, why haven't you done this? There's no point just aggressively kind of saying, right, you need to do it. You'll know you need to do it. The question is, why aren't you doing it? And how can we change it so that actually you will do it to make it easier for you? So that's where the kindness comes in. I keep you on track, but with that element of kindness. Don't get me wrong, that does not mean I'm a pushover. And actually, I am the one there to push back on your decisions, to question you on why you might want to do something. Do you need to do it now? Do you need to do it in the future? Do you need to change it? There are lots of ways that actually you, as a business owner and a CEO, you need to be challenged. And quite often your team won't do that because they're employed by you or they're paid by you. They're not an equal with you. They're not at that point where actually they can be that sounding board and that they can confidently say, well, hang on a minute, I'm not sure about that. What's the reasoning behind it? And that's where I come in. So who do I work with? Well, a wide range of people, generally business owners and CEOs, but the people who need to step away from the business, they need to step away from the day-to-day management so that actually they can work on growth projects or change projects. It's not always about growth. It often is. It will be a growth initiative, and it might be growing the team, growing the business, adding a new product, a new service. And those, yes, are all directly about growth. But sometimes the change isn't about growth directly. It may be that actually you want to rebalance your life. You want to step away. You want to be able to take more time off. You want to actually start doing something else, and you need to just step out of your business to do that. You can't do everything yourself. And so often business owners and CEOs get into that cycle of it must be me. I must be that point of contact. Especially when you have built a business on your own. It's your baby. It's you. It is an integral part to you so often. So you need that kind of that coaxing out. So, well, actually, it's okay to step out. You've got somebody trusted in a business, and it's safe for you to step out. So these projects might be projects, it might be launches, it might be book launches, book publications, or online courses, online programs, podcasts. But it could be just that day-to-day managing of the business. So being there to liaise with the team, to manage ongoing ongoing work, ongoing projects, or things that come in as and when. Now, there isn't a particular industry I work with. Anybody can benefit from an OBM. However, I personally work best with people who are kind of on the creative scale. So people who don't have the restrictions of you must do things a certain way, or not even, and it might be self-imposed restrictions where you think, I've got to do it this way. The people I work best with are those who think outside of the box. We're going to try this. I want to try that. And you've got lots of ideas spilling out. And actually, I'm the one to go, okay, let's tame one. Which one are we going to pick? Which is your priority? And how are we going to make it happen? That's your idea. And out of that idea, you've got a goal. But how are you going to get there? And so, guess what, being specific with who do I work with? It's working with people who've got a goal, but don't quite know how to get there. And I can help. And I can help with your planning. I can help with your implementing, whatever that looks like. So it's lots of ideas. Let's get them all out. Love a big piece of paper, a big mind map, a big brainstorming session, and then getting that all wrangled together and putting a plan in place. Now, one thing that I'm often asked is, okay, if you're an online business manager, do you only work with online businesses? Well, no, because actually everybody's online now. I mean, it might not be an online business as an online shop, but actually we're all so connected. So since COVID, when so many different things changed, yes, an awful time, but as a business owner, I've seen a lot of good things come out of that. And one of the things for me is actually it's meant that I'm a lot more connected. So before COVID, I would be going out and I'd be doing in-person networking, in-person one-to-ones, in-person work. Yes, I'd email and phone my clients, but really there were in-person touches. It meant that my client base was very local, pretty much to where I am. And that was that. And that was life. And we were happy with that. Then COVID happened and we couldn't leave the house. And what that went for me was a lot more online networking, finding Zoom, like really getting on board with doing things, working with people who I've not met in person. And there are a lot more virtual options, a lot more virtual networking, one-to-ones, meetings. And actually that widened the area, the physical area of people I could work with. So it's not about whether you're an online business, it's about whether you can work remotely with somebody. Because that's the difference. It's less online and more remote. So if you've got a business, then you can benefit from an OBM. So I'm going to be telling you in my series of YouTube, so lots of tips, hints that you can implement in your businesses that will just help make your life a little bit easier. And you'll start finding out more and more about my services, who I am, and what I do. Now, what you can do is you can now head over to my website, www.strive4.co.uk, and you can have a look now and just have a delve around my website. But if there's another couple of things that you need to know about me, certainly if you're going to work with me, is, do you know, if you want that really formal, buttoned up kind of person, then I'm not that person for you. So I'm sat here in a hoodie, do love a hoodie, and I've got a sense of humour and I like to bring some fun to it. And again, it doesn't mean that I'm not professional. Absolutely, I work so hard for you. But we spend so long working, do you know what? We've got to have some fun while we work as well. So that's enough from me at the moment. So I'm just going to leave you with the thought that maybe we all should be flamingos standing in that flock of pigeons, really standing out. And if you're a flamingo in a flock of flamingos, then maybe you should just be the biggest, the brightest, and the boldest. That's all for me now. So come back, do subscribe, and you find out when my next episode is. Bye-bye.